known the fact that some of these straight line winds could then rotate and turn into tornadoes, which is exactly what we've seen today. So traveling down I-65 to Black Bottom and then all the way down to Warrior, we're just really seeing those winds, those really strong winds. But then as we get a little bit closer into Morris and down towards Bradford, that's where we would see a little leftover rotation there. Let me zoom in here as I do a quick analysis of the velocity product. So again, we're kind of noticing that there's still that little notch there. The rotation hasn't gone away completely, and the rain has really started to fall here at the TV station, where actually we can hear it on top of the building there. So again, so this is the rotation. It's kind of broadened out just a bit. So not going to see a whole lot of that, but let's switch over. You may not even be able to see anything, but our Birmingham tower cam, and actually I might be able to let me pull the BJCC camera up right here. Oh, there we go. So this is our BJCC tower cam. Wow, look at that. I'm going to collapse that down so you can just see. So this is where we would actually see the 2059 construction. You usually could see, and we actually saw it about 5 minutes ago. If you remember, I showed the BJCC tower cam, and you could actually see the construction. And I think I have my bearings. I think that's right. We might have turned the camera, or maybe this is at the BJCC now. Is that the BJCC? I think it is. Because I see the blinking light right below. And so, wow, that rain is so, wow, it's so hard to see through that rain. I see there's a couple of cars down there too. I kind of hope they're just like stopped for a few minutes, because this rain is nearly impossible to drive through. But the reason I want to show you this is to show you the wind. This is actually a great vantage point too, because you can just see how that wind is carrying that rain. This is so intense, folks. So this is why you need to be inside. This is why it's so important to be inside. If you live in East Alabama, you have some time to collect some things that are on the front porch and tuck them inside your garage real fast, bring them indoors. We just took another power hit, so bear with us for just a moment. So a lot of rain, a lot of wind, and now we have that tornado warning for northern Jefferson County. That area of circulation is broadened, but the point that I wanted to make was that all of this rain, you really can't see a tornado, right? You just know that there's a lot of wind, and you know there's a lot of rain. So we want folks to definitely play it safe out there this afternoon. Wow, that is an incredible, really incredible video that we're looking at. Again, that's our live Storm Team tower cam from the BJCC. I want to switch it back to Tuscaloosa, because what a difference 15 minutes makes. As I mentioned, these storms are only lasting at most 30 minutes, okay? These are fast movers. There's leftover rain behind it, but that's non-severe. It's the severe part, only about 30 minutes, okay? In and out. Did you see that flash of lightning, though? That was in Tuscaloosa. We could still see some of those flashes of lightning there off in the distance. Some light rain continues to fall there in Tuscaloosa. I want to show you Gadsden really quick, because we are going to notice that the skies change depending on where you are. That rain is slowly beginning to move into Etowah County, and we're starting to pick up on that rain there from our Gadsden tower cam. And then even further east and kind of south of Gadsden, Anniston, rain hasn't quite started, but it is an ominous day. Those gray skies, and we're seeing low clouds there. That low-level jet forcing those clouds along this afternoon. It's that low-level jet that's responsible for all of this wind. It is fierce. It is like a jet stream that has gotten really close to Earth, basically. Usually that stays up way high in our atmosphere, but we have this low-level jet that's literally just pushing the atmosphere along. Revisiting our Summit 10 tower cam, I do want to point out that rain, let's see if it's come to a bit of an end. It was really intense there just a few moments ago, and now things have started to quiet down in northern Jefferson, and actually it got knocked offline. So sorry, we can't check out our tower cam there. So we'll revisit that in a minute, but we'll go back to our Birmingham. We'll actually just go back to our radar for the time being. So here we go. And we'll put our tracker back on there, and that way we'll be able to kind of see what's going on in other places. So we'll kind of land on our Birmingham tower cam for just a minute. I know it's kind of a double inset for right now as this goes back. Maybe when we took the power hit, it's not letting me go back to my radar for just a second. We may toss it over to Nate. Is Nate at the big monitor? If Nate's over there, then we can go ahead and toss it over to Nate. Okay, so I wanted to check out some of these rainfall rates. So along this line, obviously we've got the wind. You were talking about the rain. Here you go. So we're talking about 7-inch an hour rainfall rates. So say it rains in your spot for, 15 minutes, 10 minutes or so. We're talking about an inch of rain in 15 minutes, in 10 minutes.
that is enough, and if it lingers a while, that is enough to cause a little bit of ponding, a lot of flooding in some low-lying areas. This is insanity how much rain we have around right now. And it's falling at an incredible rate. This is summertime stuff. There is a lot of water in the atmosphere. So there's a live look outside right now. This is on top of Red Mountain. This is our TV station outside right now. So we're at a higher elevation. We've got the winds blowing probably 30 or 40 miles an hour right now. We've got the heavy rain that's coming down, and in some parts of our parking lot can become a little bit flooded. So this is going to be kind of treacherous on Red Mountain. Valley Avenue is an absolute mess when it rains like this. So that's why we want everyone to be off the roads. It does not take a lot of water to move cars. It takes 18 inches of water, okay, to really start to pick up cars. And if you can hydroplane in 6 inches of water and you careen into a guardrail or something, that's just not a risk that we want anybody to take out there right now. This is crazy how much rain is falling in very populated areas, and it is about to fall in very populated areas. We want everyone to be inside, off the roads. Get inside right now. The rain, the water, all the wind, and of course the tornadic nature of these storms, if that does hold together, is a really, really dangerous situation. And it's about to move in to the Birmingham metro area. Downtown Birmingham, you're going to get the same sort of impacts that we've been talking about basically right now. It's right on top of you. So lots of heavy rainfall. If you live in a low-lying area, it's going to get pretty nasty here with the rain. How much it's going to pond up here while these storms move across, and with the wind as well. 50, 60 miles per hour. It's just howling outside right now. It's a little bit ominous to hear how windy it is outside right now. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and send it back over to Ashley, kind of reset where we're at. We do have two tornado warnings that are active right now in central Alabama, one in Coleman County, one in Jefferson County. The good news is nothing confirmed right now, but we'll go ahead and send it back over to Jack and Sherry for a reset.
Nate, thank you. And we want to take you to Pickens County in Carrollton, where 3 people have died as a result of these storms. That's why they really want you to heed these warnings.
The tragic news in Pickens County today. We are working to get you a live look at Pickens County at 12:58 as our severe weather coverage on CBS 42 continues. And it's more of the same with every image we show you this afternoon. Heavy rainfall, severe winds, as Nate has mentioned, 30 to 40 miles an hour moving through. The good news, if you're in your safe place and worried about where you are on the map, if you've been following our radar picture, once this severe tornadic storm moves through, the weather team says you are in the clear. You'll just deal with heavy rains and wind.
And this is that scene in Pickens County where, as we told you, in Carrollton, 3 people died. They had a confirmed tornado on the ground there. This is one of the first areas hit by the severe system that has been moving across the country. And now, unfortunately, here in Pickens County, Carrollton, 3 people dead as a result. You can see the sheriff's office as well as EMA there on the scene.
We want to get you an update on power outages right now from Alabama Power. They are working. They're saying they'll release another update shortly at about 2 p.m. But here are the numbers as of about 45 seconds ago. There are 15,200 power outages right now in Jefferson County, 9,100 in Tuscaloosa, 6,800 in Mobile. You see there in Pickens, where we just showed you a live image, 1,700 power outages. The numbers are increasing today as expected. This is what the CBS 42 storm team predicted, although the tragic element today of 3 fatalities in Pickens County.
And so if you're in areas where this system will be moving through, we already know how severe it is. And so listen to the warnings, get in that safe place. And what we're hearing from our meteorologists is once it moves out, then you're going to be in the clear. Let's get to the CBS 42 Storm Team Weather Center now.
Chief Meteorologist Ashley Gann.
All right, thank you so much, Sherry and Jack. Here's what we're looking at. We still have that tornado warning for Coleman County, slew of severe thunderstorm warnings, lots of wind, lots of rain. We've been showing you live video, but I want to bring you back to this Coleman County storm, mainly because right along I-65, we're starting to see that notch near Huntsville, and that's where we're likely going to have the best chance of having any type of that tornadic activity occur. So we want to make sure that we are keeping a close watch on that. So here's what it looks like when we kind of zoom into that, looking at our storm relative velocity. We want to make sure there's that area of rotation. But again, these warning boxes are actually a little shorter than the time allowed for these storms. But what we're noticing is this is where the area of rotation is Huntsville all the way to North Walter, Riverside, traveling east-northeast. It's just to the south of Holly Pond, but if you live in Holly Pond, I would go ahead and get in your safe place right now. City of Coleman, you're safe. The area of rotation is going to be just to your southeast there, and that's where we're going to continue tracking the opportunity for possible rotating storm producing a tornado. Again, a lot of these are what we call radar indicated. It means that up in the upper levels, there's clearly spin, there's clearly some rotation, but that may not have extended all the way down to Earth's surface. Once that funnel cloud touches Earth's surface, it then becomes a tornado. It's not a tornado prior to that. It would be a funnel cloud, but right now some rotation. This looks a little bit more impressive to me. It would be a broad area of rotation in between Welty, North Walter, and Riverside, just to the north of Chambleys Mill. Keep in mind, this is very broad. It's going to be rain wrapped, and it's just really going to be very windy. And so it's wind that's going to be rotating within this rain. So it makes it a little bit tricky, and that's why we need folks just to really get to their safe place. Nate was reiterating it, and I'll reiterate it again. We really need folks to just practice weather safety today. So as I zoom out here on this picture, I just want to show you this entire line of thunderstorms, and this line of thunderstorms is marching across central Alabama right now. Again, we have that tornado warning in Coleman County. This is just to the south of the city of Coleman, and this is tracking off to the northeast at this point. So we'll continue tracking that, but I want to bring you up to speed with the rest of this wet mess, because if you're tuning in right now, it's scary. I'm not going to lie. If you're inside of your home and you hear that wind howling and that rain is falling as it is, and Nate pointed out, we're seeing rainfall rates right now that even in our meteorological history have not seen, other than tropical situations. So this is significant amount of rain in the atmosphere. It is literally just falling out of the sky right now. Makes it incredibly dangerous to drive in. The rain itself isn't dangerous for your home as long as you're inside, but the wind coupled with that can be very dangerous as well. This is moving through some of the most populated parts of our viewing area, made its way through downtown. We still hear the rain at the TV station in Homewood, high atop Red Mountain, down to Alabaster, continuing all the way down through Marion and Perry County. This is starting to make its way into Chilton County, pushing across I-65 there from Alabaster and Calera. This is about to make its way over towards Columbiana, and then stretching all the way up to Birmingham, through Birmingham, and then on into Aniana, up towards Coleman. And now, then next up, Gadsden, Anniston, Alexander City. So for more details, here's Nate.
Yeah, that's actually what I wanted to talk about. Those warnings you showed, kind of central Alabama and just south, these warnings go all the way down to Mobile. We're tracking storms, severe thunderstorms, all the way across the state, basically from just south of Huntsville all the way through Mobile. This is live in Jefferson County. That's our BJCC tower camera. There's tons of water all over the place. Ashley and I were talking a little bit off camera. This is some of the highest rainfall rates I think I've ever seen this time of year. There is just a lot of water in the atmosphere getting squeezed out with these big storms. You know, we normally see 6, 7, 8-inch rainfall rates. What we're seeing right now during the summertime when there's just a lot of humidity in the air. This is amazing how much water we've got right now. So the flooding threat that we thought was pretty low looks to be a little bit more significant now. So if you live in a low-lying area that normally floods, when you get some heavy rainfall, there's a chance that you could see some flooding right now. The severe thunderstorm warning and that tornado warning up in Coleman, like Ashley was saying, we just don't see it right now. There's not a whole lot there, and really the worst part of that storm is basically out of the tornado warning as we speak. So the leading edge of this squall line will continue to produce 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. That's something that we're definitely sure of as things start to get a little bit better over in near the BJCC. Right now, temperatures. We're talking about how ripe the atmosphere is. Rain-cooled air to the west. low and middle 60s. We've got 70 still. There is still a lot of ripe atmosphere in central Alabama. As you look at our Storm Team tower cameras throughout central Alabama, just a lot of water on the screen. So rain-cooled air from Coleman to Birmingham, still untapped air. Alabaster, Clanton, Talladega, Asheville, Gaston, basically along and east of I-65, there is still untapped, very moist, very juicy, ripe air for severe storm development and for these to stay together. Drier air is now starting to work into our northwestern counties, but there's still mid-60s dew points and for folks in East Alabama. So you look at Jefferson County, you look at Homewood and Tuscaloosa County. Definitely some big changes in Tuscaloosa County. Things are starting to calm down there. Just some light rain. Homewood, you're about to get some very heavy rain and lots of strong wind. Jefferson County, near the BJCC, you've had this for about 10 minutes now, and things are starting to get a little bit better. You can see a little bit more of the landscape down there near the BJCC, and that's some good news. But we still have probably 3 or 4 more hours of this to go. This has been well timed. Basically, right when we told you things were going to happen earlier this morning, that's how they've happened. 1 o'clock near the I-65 corridor, it's 1:05 now, and that's exactly how this storm system has now shaped up. Wouldn't doubt if they canceled that tornado warning up in Coleman. Haven't seen anything from the Weather Service up in Huntsville about that, but the strongest part of the storm is now out. If they haven't extended it now, I don't think they will. But severe thunderstorm warnings continue for Blount, St. Clair County, through Shelby County, Chilton County now. The strongest part of the storm has yet to move across I-65 south of Birmingham, but that is coming very shortly. And this is the strongest part of the storm right here near Blount County and St. Clair County. About to enter St. Clair County. You're going to see 60 to 70 mile per hour winds here very shortly, Ashley.
Yeah, Nate, thanks so much. Hey, I want to tell you this too. So I was just looking at our severe wind tracker. This keeps up with where we have severe wind, really strong wind, and extreme wind. Look at this. This is that squall line that moved through West Alabama, and it actually likely is the one that produced the tornado near Carrollton. If it continued through Tuscaloosa County into western Jefferson County. But look at all of those stripes, those dark, the maroon color that you see there embedded in that green. That is very strong wind, and that took straight aim right at Birmingham. We got to capture some of that on our own Storm Team tower cam, our Summiton tower cam. So wow, what a sight to see there with that severe weather tracker, severe wind tracker. And look at this, we have all of those severe thunderstorm warnings lining up along I-65 right now. And I'll tell you what, with those severe, those are the severe wind trackers. Here's the severe wind as they're happening right now. So we're seeing a couple of spots with significant wind. So along Highway 280 near Acton Road, we've got Inverness, very strong winds in Inverness right now up towards Bridgeton, and then even over towards Brentwood Hills and up towards Alton there. And then this is going to be approaching Leeds and Moody next. So be very careful there. And then we're continuing to track along 280 near Inverness, so anywhere along 280 down towards Chelsea and then on into Westover and into Sylacauga. You just need to be prepared. Indian Springs, some strong winds for you right now just off of I-65 along Highway 119. It looks like the winds have subsided slightly back towards Hoover. Right now the main threat of that severe wind is going to be on the leading edge of those thunderstorms where we do currently have that severe thunderstorm warning. So we just want people to mind the severe weather rules, get to your safe place, make sure that you are just staying indoors. That's a good place to be for today. And we also want to make sure that not only are you indoors, but you and your family are staying safe. So that's what's really most important for us right now, is that you are doing everything to just ensure safety. So looking at this, we are going to go back to our radar. Let's go ahead and take a quick glimpse at what the rain is doing as we look across central Alabama. Look at all of this. It's a wet mess out there today, any way you slice it. But again, the severe weather threat itself lasts no longer than maybe 30 minutes, an hour tops, and that's going to be the heaviest wind. We've been watching in our BJCC tower cam, actually in this double box that you see right here. Remember just a few moments ago, we could hardly see anything. I actually think those two cars with the lights on at the bottom of your screen, I think they've been there the whole, or maybe those aren't, those are actually lights there for the parking lot. I thought those were people driving. See, it's so hard to see. But folks need to be careful. I think that was just a flicker of lightning as well. We do see some motor vehicles down there trying to drive around. This is probably not the best time I would advise driving around. So we have some new information coming in.
Yeah, so they have extended, the Weather Service in Huntsville has extended the tornado warning for a small sliver of Coleman County.
Okay,
And
so
there's
Coleman
also,
County is being extended for just a little bit.
yes, but there's also reports of damage near Hanceville that's coming from the EMA there in Coleman County.
Okay, so there's damage in Hanceville?
Yes.
Okay, so a lot of this, it could be either tornado damage, it could be wind damage. We don't know necessarily the direct cause, but we do know that there is some damage. So let me go ahead and zoom in there. We'll focus our attention up towards that Coleman County storm right now, as we were just mentioning, and we'll go ahead and zoom back into this storm system because it looks like it does have a very a good bowing feature on the front edge. So that is going to indicate possibly some energy being forced up there to the front. That's right where it would be, between Brooklyn and Roswell. And this is going to be moving east, and that's now going to cross over Highway 231 near Hopewell, and then that will continue on towards Sydney Country Club Estates, a neighborhood up there. So if you're on 231 just to the east of Roswell, go ahead and get to your safe place up towards Arab. Go ahead and get to your safe place as well. And this is moving through Baileytown right now. It's moving through Roswell as we speak and moving through Birdie and Holly Pond. We just mentioned Holly Pond moments ago, and actually starting to see some lightning there in our Jefferson County tower cam. This is the one from the BJCC. So looking at this velocity product, so we're measuring this wind based on the storm speed. So there's definitely an opportunity for some rotation there for sure. And then, as mentioned, Taylor was saying that we do actually have some confirmation of some damage. And I believe, did you say in Hanceville?
Yes, in Hanceville.
Okay, so that's where we're tracking some of that damage. So for more information, we'll send it over to Nate.
Yeah, so Jack read us some power outage numbers just about 10 minutes ago, but now getting some confirmation on Twitter from one of our storm spotters, John Talbot, who lives over in West Jefferson County. He's saying that there's power out all over his side of the county and also from friends in the northern part of Jefferson County, where the strongest part of that storm moved through just about, say, half an hour ago. We were tracking that tornadic part of the storm that looked really, really mean and then just kind of dissipated. There's still a lot of wind out there. So power outages most likely in some of our very populated areas, about 50,000, I think it's 52,000 without power right now. That's throughout, basically draw a line from all the way down the I-65 corridor and everything west of that. You've probably got some sporadic power outages that are being reported by Alabama Power, 52,000 there. But there's also some other power companies and co-ops that most likely have some power outages too that we'll be tracking as well. So we just want everyone to be safe right now. There's a lot of most likely uncertainty with some folks that if you don't have power, if you're out and about right now, if you can hear us, and you know of people that are out and about in this, and you know that the storms are about to approach, make sure that they know these storms are coming. And just like we had this morning, I wanted to mention this, just like we had this morning, the leading edge, the northern part of this storm, or this squall line that we have from Birmingham north, starting to bow out. We had that this morning, and then it just kind of dissipated. But there is still a lot of unstable air in the atmosphere, especially in East Alabama, for this to tap into. So it's kind of outrunning the southern extent. So folks in Blount County, you're seeing the strongest part of the storms now. In St. Clair County, just moving into the western portion of St. Clair County. So if you're near the Bass Pro Shops, or if you wanted to go shopping at Grand River, that is not ideal for today, or at least here in the next half an hour or so. And then you go down to Shelby County. Storms near Alabaster, about to move into Calera. We had some rumbles of thunder now just on top of Red Mountain. So there's a lot of lightning with this storm too. There's all kind of hazards with this. The wind, the heavy rainfall, and the lightning. That's why we don't want anybody outside. It's just way too dangerous out there for anybody to be out. I'm actually kind of shocked, and that's a picture of Homewood over on the right-hand side of the screen. I'm actually kind of shocked that crane isn't at least a little bit swaying in the wind, because we've had some very, very strong winds out there. I'm glad it's not. But at least that's anchored and very secure. So the strongest part of the storm south of Birmingham will be moving through Chilton County and Shelby County here over the next several minutes. We're going to go ahead and send it over, and I think this is a live look over in Pickens County near Carrollton, where we had the three confirmed fatalities. Jack and Sherry.
All right, Nate, that's exactly what that was. Look, as people are returning to their homes in Pickens County there, you see law enforcement still on the scene near the location where 3 confirmed fatalities have been reported by the National Weather Service in Birmingham.
The same system now moving into Jefferson County. And so our Corey McGinnis has been at the Jefferson County EMA where they're starting to get these reports with the warnings in West Jefferson and now North Jefferson County. Corey, let us know what you have, what they're talking about there. We're hearing some reports of debris flying around in Inslee from some people, so maybe that's something they can address.
Yeah, well, we do know that things have definitely calmed down. We do know that the crossplex has resumed, but the rain is still definitely coming down. Mother Nature is still here. Volunteers and Jeffco EMA are still monitoring the activity. You see that the weather is coming down on that rooftop. That's the rooftop actually here on top of City Hall. A significant amount of water coming down, so you still want to make sure that you're safe. Jefferson County is no longer under a tornado warning, but folks still need to prepare right now. There are not reports of any injuries. Joining me right here now is Melissa Sizemore yet again. So what happens now? We're done with the warning. What happens now?
We really ask if people could let us know if they have any damage in their area. They can physically tell us by completing a survey on our website on our front page or tagging us in pictures or posts on social media via Twitter or Facebook.
We're hearing reports, possible reports of maybe someone being injured or whatnot in Inslee. Can you confirm anything right now?
I cannot confirm anything right now, no.
And in this situation, you really have to kind of monitor the situation and make sure that you're giving out the correct information. So we will keep you guys updated with on-air and online at CBS42.com. But these folks here, they've been working hard and they've been making sure that everything is correct. So I'm going to toss it to you guys back in the studio.
Corey, thank you. Of course, the reports were about some debris flying around in the Inslee area, and so we, of course, our crews are out across the area following the storms. You saw those images from Pickens County, sadly, where 3 people died in the Carrollton area. So we will continue to assess damage, as they're saying, but in the meantime, the storm system is still moving through parts of the viewing area.
At least 15,000 outages of power in Jefferson County right now. We're awaiting another update from Alabama Power in just a few minutes. We've seen many things are possible with storms like this. Very tragic things are possible. That's why our weather team continues tracking what's on the radar at this hour and reminds you to stay in a safe place. Let's go back for more from the Chief Meteorologist, Ashley Gann.
Thanks, Jack. And Sherry, I wanted to show you our Gadsden Tower cam right now because things are still quiet in Etowah County, but the storm is inching ever so close to Etowah County right now. And again, winds are going to be howling here very soon. Revisiting our Birmingham Tower cam where we just heard those rumbles of thunder, saw those flashes of lightning off in the distance. Things are at least starting to calm down enough to where we can see the buildings. Can you believe I couldn't even see buildings and I could not even see the BJCC or 2059 here because of all of the rain just moments ago. It actually looks like they're trying to get some work done on 2059 there. Kudos to them. Tuscaloosa Tower cam, the rain has pretty much come to an end, the heavy rainfall that is. There's still a few drops on our camera lens. Some light rain still exists in West Alabama right now. At least the heaviest rain, though, is coming to an end. Let's revisit our radar, basically. So this is our velocity product. So what we're tracking on here is where we're seeing those reds and greens together. This area of rotation's broadened out tremendously. So we're not necessarily tracking for a major area of rotation there, but something interesting to note near Aniana, it looks like there could be just a little spot there, a little spin up going on, trying a little area of rotation. So we're going to keep a close eye to that. That also probably means that the air or the wind is picking up quite a bit. So if you live anywhere from Hendricks, Hood's Crossroad, Tate's Gap, Highland Lake, all the way to Whitney, and this is going to be along Interstate 2059 there, or 59, excuse me, from Springville, anywhere from Springville basically up towards Reese City there. I would just go ahead and get to your safe place. This is not warned for. We don't have a tornado warning on this, but there could be something interesting going on in the atmosphere here. It looks like we could be seeing a little bit of a spin starting to happen. So that's something that we are going to keep a close watch on there. Okay, so as I zoom out, I want you to look at these arrows here. Those are our storm tracks that we've put on here. So this is the direction that these storms are moving. So moving off to the northeast, we have a track, and each one of these dots that you see, it's kind of heading. So if this is aligned with the community that you live in, go ahead and get to your safe place right now. So if you live in Alabaster, Trussville, Springville, make sure that you're doing the best thing, and that's to get to your safe spot right now. Heavy rainfall across all of central Alabama. As I zoom out here, this rain is tremendous, but notice overall it makes up just a very small sliver of the overall shield of rain that's going to be impacting us today. It's along the leading edge where we're having the gustiest winds, and that's where the most intense rainfall is. All out towards the front, this low-level jet literally is feeding a lot of this wet air, and it's just pushing right in there. And then what's happening is we're starting to get some spin-up tornadoes in some spots. So that's what we've seen today. I'm still going to keep my eye on this little area up towards Aniana because that starting to look to me like there's a little bowing feature right there. Notice from Springville to Aniana how there's like a change in the shape of this line of thunderstorms. That would indicate to me that we could be seeing a strong thunderstorm, a lot of wind racing to the front of that. So if you live in Aniana, anywhere from Aniana to Springville, they are along anywhere, I would say along I-59, you just need to make sure that you are in your safe place. For any of these storms, it's not just the tornado threat, it is also the wind. That's going to be a huge component to these storms and the dangers that could occur. Really, when we talk about all modes of severe weather are possible, that's not just because we're trying to cover our bases here. That means that we could be dealing with heavy rain, gusty winds, tornadoes, and the lightning. And on cue, there's that rumble of thunder. Here's some more info with Nate.
Yeah, and just like you said, that spot over in Blount County, it's starting to take on that comma head shape that we talked about a little bit earlier. You can see a little ball and then the bowing segment here as it goes through St. Clair County. That's what we're talking about. That's that little kink in the atmosphere. That's the kink along this line that could produce a tornado. That's exactly what we saw in Jefferson County when we had that tornado warning. So we're going to watch that really, really closely. Look at some of these winds. This is on the leading edge, and actually just behind the leading edge here, 40, 50, right along that line, right along the leading edge of those storms. We're talking about 60 to 70 mile per hour winds, almost right at the surface, just above the surface. And that's enough to cause, obviously, a lot of damage across central Alabama for anywhere from basically Birmingham north, okay? So just outside of Birmingham, but from Callear to Alabaster. We're talking about St. Clair County near Moody and Leeds. You go all the way up through Blount County, and you're going to find the strong wind. That's the strongest part of this storm right now, the part that's bowing out right here. 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. There's still wind down here in Shelby County and also Chilton County as it approaches I-65, but it's really that northern extent of that squall line that we're really worried about. That's a picture behind me or just off to the right-hand side of the screen. That's in Homewood. That's looking at Vulcan. So you can start to see it a little bit better, but there's still a lot of wind. There's still a lot of rain out there. And if you have to drive anywhere in downtown Homewood, there are some spots. I think everybody knows where those are, where we can see a little bit of flooding and some ponding on the roads. If you live anywhere near Messer Airport Highway, that's a spot that traditionally floods. It would not shock me at all to have a little bit of flooding there. That's a spot that you get a little bit of flooding at the drop of a hat. So we want to make sure everyone is being safe. There's a live look at 280 from Grandview, the Grandview Medical Center. I'm glad to see that there's not a whole lot of people out. That's hopefully that means they're heeding our warnings, Jack and Sherry.
Absolutely. We've certainly been trying to get that message out to people ahead of the storms, and now as it is moving through the area, people hearing a lot of lightning, thunder, lots of rain falling on the rooftop, but also some people are seeing some damage.
Yeah, with it comes that damage, and our Ariana Garza is in our digital newsroom following damage reports today. What we're hearing, Ariana?
Well, that's right, Jack and Sherry. We've seen lots of images being shared on social media right now, including even a trampoline overthrown, as well as a lot of downed trees or power lines. So you really want to be careful out there if you think there's damage in your area. Take a look at these photos from Tuscaloosa. This is from Twitter user Jay McCollum. Tweeted this out to the National Weather Service Birmingham. You can see that tree right there blocking the roadway. This is in the Cherokee Hills area. This one down right in front of a house. And this one, you can see the tree didn't even snap here. It was completely uprooted. Two of those trees facing that situation right now. And again, I've said there's been pictures of downed power lines that have been shared. So if you do have any damage in your area, please be very careful going out there. If you're trying to take any pictures, of course, don't go out there until that storm has passed through your area. If you do have any damage that you can safely share with us, we'd really like to have that on our social media pages so we can keep everybody up to date. We have a lot of other reports in the area right now that we're working to confirm that those pictures are legitimate so we can share those with you. So as soon as we do that, we'll be sure to bring you more photos. Reporting live in the social news desk right now, Ariana Garza, CBS 42 News, local coverage you can count on.
Yes, Ariana, thank you. And the EMA telling us a moment ago live on on the air, they want to hear about damage reports as well. Information, communication is key here, as everybody that is in a position to help people in need are working to do that at this hour.
And don't forget, there's a lot of rain with this system, as our meteorologists have been talking about, and so those areas that normally get that flooding with the type of rainfall that they have, you really want to wait before you get out, as they always say. If you approach one of those big puddles, turn around, don't drown. We are not out of this system just yet, not totally out of the woods for other parts of the viewing area. As the system has moved through, we see it's been moving pretty fast. My question for our meteorologist, has it stalled a little bit here in Jefferson County, or is it still moving?
Let's get that answer from Chief Meteorologist Ashley Gann.
Yeah, the leading edge is still moving at a pretty fast rate of speed. The rain that we hear is what's left over. So the severe threat in the Birmingham metro is coming to an end. I'm not saying we're all clear just yet, but notice along this leading edge here from Alabaster and now beginning to move into Chelsea, up through Leeds, Moody, into Aniana, that's going to be the leading edge. This is where that severe threat is going to be at this point. Back behind it, where Birmingham is, well, now it's just moderate rainfall. We're kind of out of the thick of things regarding the severe threats, but it's the rain that could still cause a lot of problems, especially on the roadways. I do want to zoom in here a little closer to the Birmingham metro area because there's going to be a lot of gusty winds on the leading edge of this. We're noticing some notches here. So I'll zoom into the areas where I think we're going to have a lot of wind involved and where folks need to really kind of be careful. So this is whipping through Chelsea right now, and this is stretching all the way up towards Lawley, Dunavant, so Bear Creek Road. You're getting significant rainfall. Highway 41, Dunavant Valley Road, you're getting significant rainfall as well. And this is going to continue over Double Oak Mountain. So that's where the heaviest rain is falling, but it's moving towards Vincent. It's going to head towards Westover, Harpersville, and that will continue. If you are anywhere along Highway 280 down towards Sylacauga, Childersburg, you're next, okay? You've got a few minutes. I would say just go ahead and get inside. Hopefully you're already there and you're just watching us from the comforts of your living room. Fine. That's a fine place to be. And actually, I just got some Facebook pictures of some parents. They took pictures of their kids wearing their helmets and they were playing on their devices and they were hunkered down in the basement. I said, that is good. Good job there. So we appreciate that. I like to celebrate those photos because we want to just make sure that people are just taking the right actions during this weather. Like I said, it's not going to last all day, the severe part. Yes, there's going to be some rain left over that's just going to make it a messy afternoon, but at least the severe threat, once it's beyond you, that's it, okay? So there's those severe storms. Now keep in mind, the leading edge of this is severe from top to bottom, from north to south, from Coleman to Clanton, the entire leading edge, severe thunderstorm warnings on that right now. So we want to make sure that we're just we're aware that the severe thunderstorm part can be just as dangerous as the tornadic part. It looks like the tornado warning up towards Coleman County, well, they've extended it now, but it's outside of RDMA. We'll let our sister station WHNT in Huntsville take that, and you know, maybe in just a few minutes, since we don't have any active warnings, the warning in Coleman, that's expiring, so there's technically no tornado warnings. If in a few minutes we could even peek into our sister station WHNT to see some of their coverage, we can do that here momentarily. That storm is close to our viewing area. It includes the city of Boaz, Arab, and that's moving up towards Albertville right now. Again, that's not necessarily in our TV market, but we do have a sister station up in Huntsville taking care of tracking those storms. For us, it's still an active day. We're still going to stay on air with you because the entire line of thunderstorms barreling across the state right now is severe, and that means that winds are in excess of 60 miles per hour in some spots. So we want to make sure that folks are just aware that this is coming. So I'm going to name out some big cities that are ahead of this line, and if you live there, you go ahead and get to your safe place. You've got less than 30 minutes to do so. So this is the time we need to just take that plan that you've already been thinking about. I know you've been thinking about it all week, and just put it into action. All right, so if you live from Anniston down to Talladega, Sylacauga, go ahead and get to your safe spot. That's south of I-20. North of I-20, anywhere from Jacksonville to Gadsden, go ahead and get in your safe place. These storms are racing towards you at a very quick rate of speed. There's so many thunderstorm warnings right now. We've just extended one into Etowah County. And maybe if Sarah's in the Weather Center, she can give us an update. And that would actually be good. If Sarah, if you could just give us kind of an update on all of the severe thunderstorm warnings, all of the dangers that they have, and also kind of when they expire, that would be great. We'll send it over to the Weather Center right now with Sarah Canty.
We do have active severe thunderstorm warnings all along the line of storms right now. So they extend all the way up from Gadsden all the way down through Chilton County. And it's really important to know that there are very strong winds along the leading edge. So while we're not tracking any active tornado warnings right now, we do have severe thunderstorm capable of producing winds in excess of 60 to possibly even 70-mile-per-hour winds. We have multiple trees down, not only across Jefferson County, but also Shelby County. We have a tree on a house on Shady Grove Road in Jefferson County. So that's a warning again. While even though you may not be under a tornado warning, you still need to treat this with a lot of respect and make sure you know where you're supposed to go in a severe thunderstorm warning as well. That means if you're in a home, just go into that interior room, just get away from windows, because we are seeing trees toppling down as the initial line is moving through, and we're seeing really strong winds along the line. So the severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for Chilton County right now, that one goes until 2:45 this afternoon. So we still have about an hour left on the current active severe thunderstorm warnings. I would not be surprised if these severe thunderstorm warnings extend all the way through Cleburne, Calhoun, Cherokee counties. It's likely that the National Weather Service is going to continue to extend these severe thunderstorm warnings. So for folks in Cleburne County, Cherokee County as well, if you're in Center, Fruithurst, you name it, if you are along I-20 and even in towards Anniston and Jacksonville, you guys need to be in putting your severe weather plan into action right now, because you still have a little bit of time. That means if you're in a mobile home, you need to get out of the mobile home and get to a sturdy shelter, get to a storm shelter in your area, or go to a neighbor's house that is a site-built home, and just to get out of manufactured housing right now, because these strong winds are very capable of producing damage. So we're continuing to track these severe thunderstorm warnings. We're going to send it right now over to Jack and Sherry.
Sarah, thanks. 1:30 on this Saturday, tracking severe weather with you at CBS 42, and our crews spread out across central and west Alabama right now.
As the system has moved through Jefferson County, they are getting some reports of damage. Our Corey McGinnis is at the Jefferson County EMA, standing by with the director, Jim Coker. Corey?
Yeah, Sherry and Jack, good evening. We're here again with Jim Coker to give us a breakdown exactly what happened now that the storm is actually over. What's what at this point?
Okay, we are assessing Jefferson County right now as the storm exits our area. We do have about 15,000 people without power. We have had numerous reports of trees down, basically from Lock 17 Road through Mount Olive, northeast to Adamsville, exiting the county in that direction. Right now, we've had no reports of injuries. We have had reports of one tree on a house around Adamsville and one vehicle that was flipped on I-22. Again, no injuries as the storm exits Jefferson County.
Any reports around the airport, any injuries or damage?
We did see a reported wind gust of about 56 miles an hour at the airport, but no injuries or anything else yet.
So right now it's just all about cleanup.
It's all about assessment, determining what happened, documenting everything and cleaning up.
The fun part. All right.
Yes.
Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. You guys have been here for a few hours, so I know you guys probably want to get some rest. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and toss it back to you guys in the studio. We're live here in Jefferson County. Corey McGinnis, CBS 42 News, local coverage you can count on.
All right, Corey, thanks. Jim Coker speaking directly about Jefferson County there, that it is now a cleanup effort in his county that he's responsible for. EMA's working across the area, as we've confirmed from Atlantic Aviation near the Birmingham Airport on Eastlake Boulevard, that a plane is apparently on its side. We have a crew en route to that location.
And as Jim Coker said, a report of a tree on a house in Adamsville, a vehicle flipped on I-22, and of course trees down in the area, especially in those parts where the storm is now exiting. The CBS 42 storm team still tracking this system as it moves throughout the rest of our viewing area. Jefferson County, again, the storm exiting us right now.
CBS 42 Chief Meteorologist Ashley Gann continues leading our coverage right now. Ashley.
Yeah, so along this leading edge, that's where the greatest danger is going to lie right now. There are no active tornado warnings for our viewing area, but we have active severe thunderstorm warnings. And as I've mentioned all morning long and all afternoon so far, that these warnings carry, in my opinion, just as much urgency as the tornado warnings, simply because the winds that are associated with all of this, this entire line of storms can not only be damaging, but it can be entirely disruptive. So we just want folks to play it safe today. And I know it's a thunderstorm. You may think, it's just a thunderstorm, but these are not your typical springtime or summertime thunderstorms. So folks really just need to pay close attention. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to move our tower cam to Gadsden because this storm is getting narrowly close to the city of Gadsden. We have some heavy rain that's now moving into western part of Etowah County, and we can almost see that rain starting to encroach on the hillside there. It's kind of faded away a little bit, and we'll likely see that fade away more and more as the rain kind of deepens into Gadsden, the city there downtown. So we're right on the river. That's where the camera's located, and then if you change our vantage point, so that's East Alabama and Gadsden, but if you move back towards the west, gray sky still in Tuscaloosa, but not near the amount of rainfall. And so along I-20, it seems like it's just a really ominous sky. Look at Anniston right now. This will be another great shot here within the next 30 minutes to an hour as this storm approaches Calhoun County. I expect that we're going to have significant rainfall and a lot of wind associated with this particular line of storms. So folks really just need to be prepared and be careful out there. Okay, let me go ahead and kind of break down what we're seeing and where all this storm activity is going. So in Birmingham right now, we are going, that's a live view from our Birmingham tower cam, but what we're going to be tracking from our storm is the storm moving into Gadsden currently, and then as we track this off to the east, so let's go ahead and just track that one there in Etowah County. We're going to see a couple of those cities. I'm going to actually delete this really quick. We're going to move that one just a little bit more. I want to zoom in just a little bit more before I put the track on, so that way we can get a really good idea of where we're seeing that storm. So let's zoom in here to Etowah County. One thing Nate and I were kind of talking about a minute ago is that this storm has been producing what we call a notch, or this bowing feature on the front edge. And when it does that, that would tend to lead us to believe there could be some rotation, but not one single scan has been incredibly well defined. It's kind of been pretty broad and spaced out. That's likely why they haven't had a tornado warning. But what that also means is the wind on the leading edge of this thunderstorm is fierce. So in Etowah County right now, if you live anywhere from Avery, Reese City, down towards Gadsden, you need to go ahead and get in your safe place. Just get inside, not necessarily get all the way downstairs in that basement, although it wouldn't hurt to do that. It's probably the best place to be, but just be inside as these storms come racing through Gadsden here in the next few minutes. We'll send it over to you, Nate.
All right, so that same storm that you're talking about that's entering Etowah County right now, on the Blount County 911 Twitter feed, this is unbelievable. Probably in the last half an hour, they've posted no less than a dozen different reports of trees down, power lines down, basically right along this line from Hayden to Cleveland up to near Sneed. Aniana is part of that too. Trees down. We had a report of a car accident. There was an injury, unrelated or unconfirmed injury with that from Cleveland, Bluntsville, all these spots in Blount County that had damage or some sort of severe weather potential and some sort of severe weather some wind, most likely downing some of these trees, unconfirmed reports, but there's going to be a lot of cleanup and a lot of survey from some of these damage reports for sure. And this is the same storm that Ashley was talking about, producing most likely 60 to 70 mile per hour winds, about to impact folks in Gadsden. So this storm has a history of downing trees and power lines, and the worst is yet to come for folks along I-65 in Shelby County or folks in Chilton County. Really the entirety of East Alabama, south of Birmingham, along I-20. If you live anywhere from I-20 south in East Alabama, in Clay County, in Talladega County, you're going to see these storms impact you here over the next couple of hours. So we want everyone to be weather ready and get to your safe spot right now, because things are about to get pretty bumpy. This northern part of the storm has definitely been the strongest and most impactful with the reports that we've gotten so far, especially there in Blount County. Just relaying some of the damage there. We'll try to get some more information. But and just to reiterate too, if you're just now tuning in, we've had 3 fatalities over in Pickens County. That's why we're on the air right now. These storms, it doesn't matter if there's a tornado or not, these storms have a history producing fatal weather, life-threatening weather. So we want everyone to be aware that this threat still continues for at least the next couple of hours as it marches across the state. And we have seen different events here in the last few months that basically once it gets to East Alabama, it starts to fizzle out. That is not the same case here. There is still very ripe atmosphere for severe weather to happen, especially south of I-20. It's very untapped. There hasn't been any rain down there just yet, so we're watching that potential very, very closely, Ashley.
All right, as we're tracking those storms, just as Nate mentioned, and you brought up a really good point about the storm reports. So I actually wanted to put our storm reports up on our map right now, and you can see that we've had a slew of wind damage reports. And yes, we had that tornado report that Nate was just talking about that has taken 3 lives. So we are looking at a lot of wind damage, and if you click on some of these locations, it will give you the information as far as what type of damage and near where it happened. So one of those is a tree down near Hillsborough Parkway and County Road 17. This happened at 1:13, so just about 30 minutes ago in Helena. So we're getting that report. So some of these are official reports of our wind damage. Another one was in Fultondale. Tree has been uprooted or snapped, and that again was severe. That was wind damage from that thunderstorm up in Smoke Rise. This happened shortly after 1 o'clock. Trees down, and that was reported by the EMA. We also have another report just outside of that. So this was our Fultondale report there. So we'll kind of move that one over. So we had some reports up in Coleman County. Another one, there's Bluntsville. So this is thunderstorm damage, trees and power lines down along Highway 31. And then we're continuing to track a lot more back towards Hanceville. Damage reported near Hanceville, and that was relayed to us by the EMA. So a lot of this was caused by this leading edge here, and that's where that fierce wind is being felt across central Alabama currently. So we'll kind of collapse our storm reports there. I do want to get back to this main line. So I'm going to break this up into basically 2 parts, the northern half and the southern half. The northern one we'll call north of I-20, and then we'll have a part that's south of I-20. So we'll start with what's moving out of Gadsden. And I have to be honest, it's moving at a pretty fast rate of speed at this point. So let me zoom in really quickly as we are going to be tracking the storm system. It's moving from Albertville down to Gadsden over towards Fort Payne, as a matter of fact. But then for us, let's see, in our viewing area from Gadsden to Jacksonville, including the city of Anniston. So a lot of strong wind on the leading edge. So if you live in Ragland to Gadsden, this storm is literally knocking on your back door. Hoax Bluff, you've got just a couple of minutes before this storm arrives for you. And then Ohatchee, you're next, on to Weaver, Jacksonville, down to Anniston and Oxford. You probably have about 20 minutes there. Let's go ahead and put a track on this, and we can see exactly where this storm is heading, because again, you remember it's moving at a very fast rate of speed, about 50 miles per hour. So Bethel, this storm is moving upon you right now, then on to Ohatchee in about 6 minutes, and then down towards Anniston. So we've got Anniston on our map, and that's going to be here within the next little while as well. So Anniston's in about 20 minutes, and then we have West Point in about 13 minutes, Leatherwood, Weaver, Duke. So all of these spots on the map, if you are in this path, go ahead and get to a place that you feel safe. That's a big part of it too. We want to make sure that you feel safe as well, and make sure to get to that interior room, the lowest floor of your house if you can, because these winds are definitely going to be a little on the scary side for some, but we want to help allay some of those fears. We don't want you to respond in fear. We just want you to respond with caution to a lot of these storms. So I'm going to slide the map down to include Pell City now, all the way down towards Wilsonville. So this is again moving due east at this point. So I'll collapse that severe thunderstorm warning. There we go. Well, there's a lot of them there. So all right, so as we track this line here, basically from Pell City all the way down towards Wilsonville, and track this off to the east there, we'll repeat this one. All right, here we go. It still wants to stay connected for some reason. All right. Not sure what's happening here. There we go. Well, we'll do that. There we go. So those are some of those cities. We'll reset that real quick, and then we will start. We'll kind of reset our box here. All right. So here's what we're looking at as far as our, actually we have some new severe thunderstorm warnings that have just popped up now. This will include everywhere from Calhoun County, no surprise really, right? And then down towards Talladega County, and it looks like it's stretching all the way into Chilton County. We've also got Coosa County down there. Again, East Alabama, it's completely untapped atmosphere, so the temperatures are warm, the dew points are high. We're going to continue tracking all of this wet weather. It's not only wet, we've got those gusty winds, so folks need to really be on the lookout for a lot of these storms. So it looks like we are going to be tracking a lot of activity there. So let's take a quick look at our wind gusts currently, and you can see in our inset box there that we are going to see, and this is the timing of some of those storms too, but we can see on our inset box, that's our live look from our Gadsden tower cam, and we can see the rain starting to pick up there just a little bit more. You remember we were saying how that hillside was starting to disappear just a little bit? Well, that now is, we're seeing less of that defined on the horizon. Here in Birmingham, we can finally see more of the city as the rain has tapered. We still will continue to see quite a bit of wet weather, but the severe threat in the Birmingham metro is over. So breathe a sigh of relief there, but it's still going to be a little on the wet side. So we'll send it back to the anchor desk right now. Jack, Sherry?
And as it tapers here, of course, this storm came into Alabama with a certain fierceness, a tornado touching down near Carrollton and Pickens County.
Powerful enough to claim the lives of 3 people today. That is how powerful these storms have been. We are awaiting at this hour a news conference with Pickens County Sheriff Todd Hall. This will be near Carrollton. Carrollton is where the sheriff's office is located. Unclear exactly where in the county these deaths occurred, but we do have a crew on the scene awaiting that information.
Right, our Tim Reed is there. And again, we've been getting some assessments of damage in different places. We heard from Jim Coker about a tree, reports of a tree on a house in Adamsville, certainly the airplane that was flipped over on its side because the gusty winds here, near hurricane force winds coming through here. A car flipped over on I-22, and right now as people assess damage, there are a lot of trees down. Some trees we've seen from the damage that Ariana Garza showed us were just flipped over. They didn't like snap, just toppled from the root.
And we hear Ashley telling everybody you can breathe a sigh of relief from the threat standpoint, but do not necessarily get out on the roadways right now. You know where you live, but we sit atop Red Mountain. If we were to try to leave right now, Sherry, I'll bet you lunch, Valley Avenue is pretty flooded at this hour. That's probably true for many roadways in our area. And
just paying attention to the fact that, you know, trees could be weakened at the root system and they could fall. Just the little help from all of the wind we've had in our area has been something. This is a live look at our tower cam. That's over 2059 where that construction is going on for the bridge construction. But you can still see the clouds in the area. You can see, though, that the heavy rain that we had initially where you couldn't even see through there, that rain is moving out. You can see Legacy Arena there as well.
If you're joining us at 1:45, you're watching continuous weather coverage on CBS 42. These storms now moving into East Alabama as our meteorologists say some untapped air for them to work with. Chief Meteorologist Ashley Gann, Meteorologist Nate Harrington, and Sarah Canty tracking it all.
Yeah, so quick recap, we're looking at this line of heavy rain and gusty winds really howling through East Alabama now. It's pretty much crossed over I-65 with the exception of the very southern edge of this from Calera down towards Clanton. This is where the rain is still falling in sheets. Folks need to be careful. You do not need to be on the interstate right now. The winds in excess of 60 miles per hour in some of these storms. And we do have new severe thunderstorm warnings that have just taken in effect for our eastern counties. To break that down a little bit more for us, I'll send it over to the Weather Center with Sarah Canty. Sarah?
That we have in place are for East Alabama. They extend all the way from Cherokee, Cleburne County through Calhoun and then down through Coosa County as well. And these warnings will go until 3 o'clock this afternoon. Right now, the National Weather Service is saying that the main concern with these severe thunderstorm warnings are the damaging winds in excess of 60 to 70 mile per hour wind speeds possible with that leading edge there. So these warnings will go until 3 o'clock this afternoon. The National Weather Service has also only issued the severe thunderstorm warnings because right now they're not tracking any areas of rotation along the line. That is good, but still, as we've seen with these storms, they have knocked down trees all the way from Blount County through and all the way down through even as far south as Chilton County. So we're seeing numerous tree down reports. I couldn't even begin to name them all for you. More than 52,000 people without power. So still something to watch as we have these severe thunderstorm warnings. It's not a bad idea if you are living in manufactured housing to get into a storm shelter because of the potential for severe wind gusts that could knock down trees and damage mobile homes. If you're in a sturdy home, if you're in a site-built home, it's best to get into the interior most room right now if you are in East Alabama and just ride it out in a safe place. Get away from windows just in case we do have more trees down in the area. So the current severe thunderstorm warnings will go here for the next next hour and about 15 minutes in East Alabama as we see the leading edge start to move east, and it'll eventually push into Georgia here. So we should be done with this around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 5 o'clock, a little bit farther down to our south as this nears Lake Martin. It will take a little bit longer for these storms to track into Tallapoosa County as they move through Coosa County right now. But everyone in West Alabama, you guys are all in the clear. It is still going to be very windy outside, but now our attention is focusing to East Alabama. Ashley.
All right, thanks so much, Sarah. Okay, tracking along this line, here's a couple things I want to point out as Sarah noted, the gusty winds and kind of the timeline there. I do also want to show you what our wind gusts are looking like right now. So we have winds currently gusting up to 20 and 30 miles per hour, but remember, that may not be along the leading edge. These are just at our recording stations alone. So 27-mile wind speeds there up towards portions of St. Clair County. Temperatures across the map right now, we're sitting in the 70s. That's indicative of a very warm air mass that has been untouched in East Alabama, and those dew point values right now in East Alabama are in the 60s, and we're looking at mid-60s for January. It's kind of unheard of, so that's why we're seeing all of this active weather today. And that futurecast showing, just as Sarah mentioned, most of the rain and the storms are going to start pushing east of 65, which the threat is really there right now. The threat's pretty much moved east of 65, but we're looking at 4 p.m. really just to the east of Gadsden, Anniston, Alexander City, and then 4 to 5 p.m. Most of that rain's going to be off in Georgia. By 6 o'clock, it's the all clear. So that gives you a little recap of what we're going to be looking at for today. Here's what we're looking at as far as the storms go right now. I do want to walk you through this. If you live in Gadsden, let me go ahead and show you our storm team tower cam there in Gadsden, where we are getting a picture of some very heavy rainfall. The storm is upon you at this time. Okay, it's not grayed out. We didn't lose signal. This is literally how hard it's raining out there. We are looking at that wind just howling, and it's hard to see. I don't know if we can take our super down right here, but right underneath this banner is actually where you can see the tree line, and that's where you actually know that it's a real picture. It's not just a gray camera that has been hit by lightning or something. But look at the bottom. If you look very closely, you can almost see the outline of the trees there, but you can definitely tell, and every once in a while you can kind of see a light off in the corner of your screen. I can't tell if that's actually a street light or if that's a car. If I am getting my bearings, I think this is Rainbow Drive. So this is Rainbow Drive in Gadsden. The rain is falling so hard, the wind is blowing so strong that this is the image that we're left with. Look at it. It's literally almost like a blackout type of thing, a gray out, if you will. We're looking at so much heavy rain. That rain is letting up ever so slightly to give us a glimpse of the road there. I really hope folks are just really taking it easy. This is very dangerous weather conditions to be driving in, but this is exactly what's moving through Gadsden, and this is a snapshot of what a lot of you will be seeing along the leading edge. Anniston, you're up next, but for right now, we'll send it over to Nate.
Like you were talking about, the rainfall has become kind of a secondary or third threat here. We've had the high winds, we've had the lightning, down trees, power lines, and the like, but the rainfall is surprising. I did not think we were going to get, and I don't think any of us really thought we were going to get this kind of rainfall with this storm system. 6 to 7 inch rainfall rates per hour. So where you see this pink shaded section here, that's 6 to 7 inches per hour. If the rainfall lingers, say, for 10 minutes, you're going to get an inch of rain. That is enough to cause some major problems, especially in urban areas where it typically floods. We've got those spots in Birmingham, spots elsewhere where you see a lot of ponding on the roads, flooding concerns, low-lying areas, poor drainage areas. If it floods near your house and you get this kind of rainfall, it's most likely going to cause a lot of ponding. It does not take much to impact travel either. So if you have not seen the rain near your house just yet, if you live in Talladega County, if you live in Clanton, this storm is near you. So folks in Talladega County, in Coosa and Tallapoosa County, in Clay County, Calhoun County, these storms haven't impacted you yet. We've been talking for the last 5 hours about storms, but you've stayed just really warm and really muggy. These storms are going to impact you with the same kind of wind, the same kind of rain that folks in all across West Alabama have seen. So we need you to be safe. We don't need you to be going out right now because the worst of the storms is about to approach you very soon, here in the next hour to hour and a half. We're talking a lot of rainfall that could cause ponding on roads, hydroplaning, flooding. We always say, turn around, don't drown. That statement could not be any more true right now because this rainfall has become a secondary threat that we didn't really anticipate. We can go ahead and say now, we didn't think the flooding threat was going to be that big of a deal, but we've already had reports of ponding on roads and the like. So we want everyone to be aware of that threat too, along with the damaging wind gusts, 60 to 70 miles per hour. The good news is it looks like the tornado threat is starting to wind down. Basically, if you're west of I-65, the tornado threat is done. There's still a chance that we could see a very quick spin up. And when we say spin up, we mean quick forming. We do not mean weak by any stretch. These storms can produce very quick forming tornadoes that can be strong enough to produce damage. So we want everyone to be very aware of that situation, the lightning too, along that leading edge of these storms. So that all is a very potent threat. And like Ashley said, we've got temperatures that are well ripe and dew points that are in the 60s, mid-60s, well ripe for this severe storm potential. Let's go ahead and send it back over to Ashley. We'll reset the radar, show you what we've got going on right now throughout the area.
Yeah, and talking about East Alabama, we're looking at that gray sky now in Anniston, and it's one of the last Skycam locations that we have that's not been fazed by the rain and the wind so far today. It is an ominous sky there in Anniston, and boy, is it getting darker. It seems like by the minute. But what's really interesting about this video, this live Skycam, so what's interesting about the clouds is you can actually see them moving across the horizon. This is all because of this low-level jet we've been talking all about this week. So I know you're probably tired of hearing about this low-level jet. What in the world is it? Well, here's what it is. It basically is what's created all of this wind for us in this very sheared environment. And so it's literally pushing the clouds across the sky. Again, revisiting our Gadsden Tower Cam over there, you can just see how much rain this system is dumping across central Alabama. So resetting our map here, we are looking at this long line of thunderstorms from Gadsden all the way down towards Clanton. I do want to bring your attention to the storm racing through Clanton right now. You have a severe thunderstorm warning for this storm, but it is bowing, and what I mean by that is that, see that leading edge is beginning to bow out just forward just a bit, and so that could indicate potentially some energy racing to the front of that. I don't see any rotation in it right now, but we do need to keep an eye on this because folks who live in Clanton and right along Interstate 65, they're along right there at exit 205 on I-65, you are going to be in for a wet mess in a windy afternoon. Those winds are howling. You can just see that gradient there is so tight that there's no doubt those winds are fierce as they are crossing over I-65 there from Clanton. And this really stretches all the way up towards Columbiana, and we're expecting to see more of that move into Coosa County there. So Rockford, you're next, Goodwater, Alexander City, Dadeville, New Site. Get ready. It's about to be a wild ride of weather there for a short while. So again, we'll be tracking that pretty closely here over the next few minutes. I do want to put a track on this as we are tracking this into Coosa County at this time. These storm systems are moving at about 50 miles per hour, so they are fast movers. Here's a look at some cities that will be impacted by this storm. Verbena, it's on you. Same with Dollar if you live anywhere from Bentleyville all the way to Rockford. You got about 10 to 15 minutes. So as we look at our map here, Bentleyville, there's that dot. I'm going to move this over just ever so slightly so we can get a better vantage point. So again, here are some of those cities. You've got Verbena. There's Verbena. You've got about 1 minute. So this storm's on you, okay? Just stay inside is basically what I'm telling you to do. And then on to Dollar. Right now, this storm is knocking on your back door. Up towards Bentleyville, you have about 11 minutes to get to a safe place. Over towards Rockford, you have about 10 minutes or so. So folks, just be careful, 10 to 15 minutes there in Rockford. And then if you go down towards Equality, you have about 27 minutes. This storm system is producing incredibly strong winds, gusts up to 30 and 40 miles per hour, and that's just what we're measuring, but we know that the winds are stronger than that. Those straight line winds that are being produced right on the leading edge, those straight line winds are up to 60 and 70 miles per hour. So we're keeping a track on it.
So just some updates from the Weather Service. The Weather Service in Huntsville a little while ago, it's also from Jason Simpson, or with our partner at WHNT in Huntsville. There's reports of possible tornado damage at Joppa, and there's also a lot of damage along Highway 69. So that's where kind of that rotation was occurring about 30 or so minutes ago across Coleman County. So it is quite possible there has been a tornado up there in Coleman County, but we'll find out later on when they do some surveys. But there's also reports coming out of Etowah County. It basically just says there's trees down everywhere. Across the county.
Okay, and you know what? We're not surprised. We were just focusing in there on Etowah County, and even when we were back there talking about Coleman County, about that storm moving through, and we saw that area of rotation there. So not surprised to hear any of these reports coming in. Hoping for the best here. Hopefully it's just a few trees here and there and some power lines that can get put back up. Hopefully there's not a lot more damage and or injury associated with this. And for right now, actually, some of those reports are continuing to stream in. I can actually see what some of those reports are on our local storm report map. So as I put this on, there's one of the new ones. So that's going to be up to our north. So that's our Etowah County. And so it says that trees down all across the county. This was reported at 1:45. That's because of that thunderstorm damage. So again, we are getting reports of a lot of damage there. So that's just something folks need to pay attention to. This is another one, trees down on Highway 280 at Highway 51. So this is at Westover. So if you have travel plans along Highway 280 near Westover, that's near Highway 51. So kind of going outside of Chelsea there, just make sure that you plan for that. Or really, at this point, maybe just don't plan on going out. It's not necessarily the best night to do it. The rain is still sticking around too, so we'll keep a watchful eye on that. All right, let's send it over to Nate now.
Yeah, so I wanted to reset our tornado watch that was issued very early this morning, got extended. Basically, the entirety of East Alabama was under that tornado watch now. And while there's still the potential, I think the potential for tornadoes, and I think Ashley will agree, and really everybody here, that the potential is much lower now than it was a little bit earlier, and that's due to a few different factors. So we've got all of those severe thunderstorm warnings and the wind and the rain and all of those hazards. So let's look at this tornado watch that's now basically done. So all of the tornadic activity that we had over in West Alabama, unfortunately, possibly claiming the lives of 3 people that will be surveyed tomorrow. That's an unconfirmed tornado report. All of that has to get ironed out tomorrow when they do storm surveys, when the National Weather Service is allowed to get in there. But as we have right now, only one confirmed tornado report from this afternoon. The severe weather threat is basically done in West Alabama. It's pretty much done in Shelby County and Chilton County too, but it's still East Alabama that we're worried about. It's still damaging wind gust and maybe a tornado too, but most likely damaging wind gusts. But the tornado watch goes for another few hours or so, and then we can, like Ashley said, sound the all clear alarm, and we think that's going to happen right around 4 or 5 o'clock. So we've got a couple of more hours of these severe storms, and they're no joke either. These winds have caused lots of damage, trees down, power lines down, some isolated flooding too. Roads in some spots are impassable. If you can, and you want to make sure that you're safe. That's the priority number one. Send us a report. Make sure that you can inbox us. You can do that or report it at CBS42.com. Also on our Facebook page, on our Twitter feed as well. There's a lot of different ways you can get to us, and you can find those on our website. But Facebook, we've got a lot of reports, and we've had a lot of different folks send us those reports once it's safe to do so, and go ahead and do that. We need to see these reports. We need to send these off to the National Weather Service so they can do accurate surveys and possibly help spread the word to some people that might be in danger. If you know of someone that was home alone, make sure you're checking up on these people that were possibly in danger. If they're elderly, live by themselves, if you know of some folks that maybe tried to ride out the storm in a manufactured home or a trailer, please make sure that these people are safe. Check on these folks and make sure that you're doing your neighborly duty, that they're safe and sound, because this storm in a lot of places was very devastating, and there's going to be damage cleanup for days after this. So we want to make sure everyone is safe right now and safe once these storms pass through. Like we said, we've got a couple of more hours of this to watch, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Actually, we haven't really seen too much in the way of anything tornadic on the radar. That's always good news. But of course, this line of severe storms producing some very gusty winds, 60, 70 mile per hour winds. And there's still some untapped air in East Alabama to get through, too.
Yeah, and that's actually what makes me a little bit nervous, Nate, is some of that untapped air. It's juicy, it's warm, it's wet, and those are the things that we look for. So as far as that untapped energy, we were checking that out on our temperature map and our dew point map here. So if we look at our temperatures really quick, those temperatures in East Alabama are sitting in the low 70s right now. And if you look over with our dew points, they're in the mid 60s. So you've got 70s over 60s. That's a pretty big deal here when we're talking about early January. Wind speeds right now anywhere between 20 to 30 miles per hour. Look at Clanton gusting up to 31 miles per hour right now. So that just gives you like an idea of what we're seeing wind-wise, temperature-wise, wet air-wise. And we're looking at the severe thunderstorm warnings from Jacksonville, including Calhoun County, Anniston, all the way to Talladega, Sylacauga, and Rockford. And as Nate mentioned, it looks like the tornado threat is likely going to be dwindling. However, I have noticed that we are tracking a little bit of a notch starting to form just to the east of Clanton. And that's where I want to bring your attention right now. So if you look on our radar products, so one of the things that we look at, and I know I've shown this a lot today, but it just helps us to visualize this. So we look at this line, and we could see an area of rotation. But right now it looks okay, but we look for little kinks along this line, basically little bends, and that's where we can see if there's some circulation. Right now it looks a lot better, so that's good news there. But for right now, we'll send it back to the desk with Jack and Sherry.
Ashley, thank you. Severe weather coverage continues at 2:04 on Saturday. You're watching our continuing coverage on CBS 42 as these storms have moved through the Birmingham metro and are now in East Alabama.
Our Conan Gasquet is in Shelby County, inside one of the storm shelters there where people have been. Conan, we checked in with you earlier. What's happening in there now?
You got patches squared in there hiding.
Well, we had about 70 people come through here at West Shelby Fire and Rescue and the shelters that they have here. A lot of those people have actually headed on back home now, so that's good news for them. But again, we had about 70 people who came here to stay while the storm was going on. We've had about an hour's worth of heavy rain. Did not see a ton of wind, but we saw heavy rain. We had thunder in this area. We did just get a report of a tree down a couple miles away from here, and perhaps a few power lines that might be down. We're going to check that out as soon as we're able to. But again, for the most part in this area, it was really just heavy rain and some thunder that we heard. And again, these two shelters hold about 150 people. They tell us that they had 120 here back in 2011 when we had the severe storms back then. So these shelters have been here for quite some time. They have served a great purpose over the years and served a great purpose again today, as people preparing for this storm were able to come here and make sure that they had a safe place to stay. Again, about 70 people at the most. A lot of those people have kind of moved on and headed on back home now. We also found out about some churches that decided to open their doors today. Aldrich First Baptist Church. We spoke to some people there, some staff members 3-4 hours ago about the preparations they were making. They have a basement. They were opening that basement to make sure that people could come in there and be safe during the storm. They were spreading the word on social media. And also in Calera this morning, they opened their storm shelter that's right next to Calera Elementary School at about 8:30. We went there about an hour after that. There was no one there at the time, no weather to really deal with at the time, but I'm sure they probably did have some people in that storm shelter as well. So good news here. We don't know of any serious damage, certainly no injuries, anything like that. We're going to check out those reports that we had of a tree down, perhaps in the road, and also maybe some power line damage. Those are just things that we heard about, and we're going to go check that out and kind of see what we can find out about that. But aside from that, things appear to be pretty clear here in the Montevallo area. Guys, back to you.
Okay, that's Conan Gasquet in Shelby County. It's good that people do have a safe place to go and that people heeded warnings and went inside.
Just after 2 p.m., we have new numbers from Alabama Power about outages. 33,000 of them are in Jefferson County, 8,300 in Tuscaloosa. St. Clair County has 3,300 at this hour, and where Conan is in Shelby County, 4,500 power outages right now.
A lot of assessment going on of some of that damage. Our Ariana Garza is watching on social media, CBS 42 Social right now. Give us a look at what you found out there.
Well, Sherry and Jack, a lot of really wild video being shared online right now. So I want to take you to this first video. Really lucky situation for one man in Homewood. So we can go ahead and play that video for you. It shows him walking into his house in Homewood right before several tree branches fall. Another video that we have for you also shows severe flooding over in the Hoover area. Okay, here's that first video I was telling you about. Watch as this man's walking inside. See him go inside and look at that tree branch just fall, just missing him by just a few seconds, falling on that deck. Really lucky. In that Twitter post from Cambro Living, he said that he was going to watch the Vikings today. There it is again. You see how close it was, how it almost missed him, or it just missed him there. Now this other video, this comes from a Twitter user over in Hoover. You can see all of that water falling down. It looks like there's a fence elevated just above that waterfall, and then you see the water coming up to her front door. Now I followed her Twitter feed, and on her Twitter feed, she says it's in Hoover and that this happened a couple of years ago as well. It took out her slide, so she's saying there she hopes that it doesn't take out that entire playground set right there. We're getting so many images and videos on social media right now, so we're trying to update those as soon as possible to share all of those with you all as soon as we can. So if you have any video that it's safe for you to get or pictures that it's safe for you to get, please share them with us. You can do that on social media, and we would love to share those on air and online. So we'll get back to you as soon as we have more.
Ariana, thank you. You saw all of that rain. I mean, the level, the amount of rainfall we've had in just these few hours, just moving through Jefferson County. You see that, and now the system's still moving through. Even
if you didn't have any damage, that weather, the rain, I should say, will impact you in one way or another. There is still some coloring on the radar this afternoon. The Storm Team Weather Center is still active.
And they are tracking it. Of course, it's moved through Jefferson County, but the other parts of our viewing area towards Etowah, all of those areas now bracing for what's to come, what's left of this storm.
And you see it behind us. This is a look from our BJCC camera. 2059 closed down. That's why, of course, you don't see any traffic on it, but it has moved through the metro. Let's go back to Chief Meteorologist Ashley Gann watching all of what's on the radar right now.
Yeah, Jack, and you mentioned the BJCC tower cam right behind you. And the interesting thing to note, about an hour ago, we were looking at that same camera, maybe not even that long ago, and couldn't see anything. I was hard pressed. I saw, I think, what were street lights, and I actually mistook them for headlights of cars. I mean, it was that hard to see. Could you imagine if you were actually driving in that? All right, Storm Team radar right now showing significant rainfall. It's that same rain that moved through Birmingham that we captured on our Storm Team radar. I do want to go ahead and show you Anniston on our tower cam because this storm is actually getting much closer to Anniston right now, and that will be a good view of the sky. Look at these clouds, how they're just low hanging there, and it literally just looks like they're floating by on a conveyor belt right now. That low-level jet's kind of pushing these clouds across the sky. Not seeing a whole lot of rain there. Now at the higher elevations, could you imagine this is going to be even more windy, especially at those higher elevations. So just keep that in mind too. If you happen to live at a higher elevation, just be prepared for that. We'll send it over to Nate now.
Yeah, so some more video coming in. This is Clay Palmerdale Road near Pinson, Highway 75 area. This is some good video again. You've got first responders everywhere across central Alabama with all of these tree down reports, with all of the power line down reports. These guys are trying to do their best to catch up with all of these reports, and it's best that even though the storm is over near you, try to stay off the roads. Try not to encounter any of this damage, any of these trees down or power lines down, because you might be inhibiting first responders from getting to people that might be trapped or getting to people that might be hurt, or trying to clear roadways of power lines that are very dangerous for others. So we want everyone to be aware of that risk. So it's really imperative that folks, if you know there's damage near you, that you try to stay off the roads as best you can. If you have to absolutely be on the roads, okay, that's fine, but just be careful out there because there's really no telling what kind of potential hazards you could face. So if you can stay inside, go ahead and do that. Just don't risk going outside and running into a situation like this with trees down, power lines down. Just a lot of dangers out there, Ashley.
Yeah, Nate, thanks so much. So and speaking of all of that rain that we've seen out there, we are continuing to track a lot of this heavy rainfall. Getting a lot of pictures in on Twitter. You can tag us, any of us, all of the weather folks, or at CBS_42, and we'll make sure to get your photos on air. I know that I've been getting a few through Facebook, and you know, I like seeing the kids wearing the helmets in their safe spot. That's great. And what we're looking at right now is just a big wind event. This is going to be pretty active, at least for the next, I would say, 2 hours before we're really giving the all clear. It's going to end a bit sooner up in northeast Alabama, but you'll notice now we're starting to see a little bit more of an angle to these storms. So therefore, the backside towards Clanton, it's going to take it a little bit longer to get through Alexander City. So before I give the all clear, it may be closer to 4 or 5 this afternoon. But for now, the good news is I think the tornado threat is dwindling, but there is so much wind on the leading edge of this. So I want to kind of march through this from the top to the bottom here. We're going to start in Gadsden right now, and this is where we're seeing a lot of that heavy rainfall. And as I toggle back and forth between some of our products, and what I mean by that, these are our radar products, you're really just not seeing a whole lot in terms of rotation. So even looking at this, the closest thing you have to something rotating just to the north of Talladega, but even still, that's a pretty small area, but that does look a little bit interesting. That's going to be just to the south of I-20. That's that actually is looks like some rotation. It does, but there's no tornado warning on that. I'm going to hold on to this for just a second because if you live anywhere near Dry Valley, so this is just to the east of Pell City, this is going to be along Interstate 20. This will be on I-20 between Pell City and really Oxford. So I know this stretch of interstate very well. So you've got what looks to be like an area of rotation there, picking up on this is our storm team, or our storm relative velocity there, and even on our base velocity. Look at that. That's a really good area of rotation. It looks like it's being picked up there. So kind of interesting. I'm not sure if it's being talked about. Sarah, are they talking about this on the chat right now?
National Weather Service is watching it because they are extending those severe thunderstorm warnings farther to the east. But as of right now, they have not picked up on that area of rotation, but definitely something we have to be watching, Ashley.
Okay, great. Well, so we'll keep an eye on it here. So that's good. We've got a lot of eyes in the sky. We've got a lot of communication partners. We're all working together today to get you the best information as fast as we can. So sometimes someone may see something before somebody else does, and that's okay. We're all in this together today, that's for sure. So looking at our storm relative velocity again, I'm going to continue watching this area near Dry Valley. We could see some broad rotation there. Winds are probably pretty strong, and this is going to be along I-20. If you can hear us, you may be watching us through a streaming device. If you are on Interstate 20, do not get under an overpass. It may be tempting because you may think, well, I'm going to get under there to stay dry. An overpass will act like a wind tunnel. It will accelerate the wind, and there's a very good chance that that overpass could collapse, and it would collapse on top of you, and it accelerates the wind that it actually could be more harmful than good for you. It's better if you are in a car, if you can try to get off on an exit to where there's a gas station or some type of a convenience store you can get into. That would be my best piece of advice right now. Again, if you're listening to us on a streaming device or watching us through a streaming device or through social media, that would be my best piece of advice. Just do not park underneath an overpass. It will accelerate that wind, and that becomes a big danger. So again, this is near Dry Valley. This is going to be just to the east of Pell City, and this is traveling towards Coldwater, Ritchie-town, Oxford, and then down towards Kentuck. I'm going to put a track on this just because this is still very interesting to me. So I'll go ahead and track this storm. Let me get my tracker out here, and I'm basically tracking it right along Interstate 20 there. Here's where we're seeing some of those spots of interest. So Hobson City in about 27 minutes, and then it says Granttown about 15. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and put our reflectivity back on here, but this is right here near Lincoln, right off Interstate 20 from Lincoln to Coldwater. That's where there's probably some really strong winds. Even if there's not any rotation, there's likely some really strong winds there. That's going to move towards Coldwater and then on into Cheaha Acres along I-20. And there's Oxford, that Anniston exit. So you probably know that exit very well. If you are watching us or if you're streaming us on a device and maybe you're on I-20 and you're near Oxford and Anniston, that's a great exit to pull off on. There are plenty of places where you can just stop and run into a building very quickly. Even if you stopped and parked and just kind of try to ride it out in your car, at least it's better to do that than trying to be driving on the interstate because you're about to hit a wall of just solid rain and wind. So those two things will make things very, very treacherous on the roadways. Hydroplaning is going to be a big issue. Plus, you would hate to get caught next to an 18-wheeler that gets a gust of wind blown, and then there's just a lot of things that could happen. That could tump over. There could be there's just a lot of driving hazards with this particular system. So folks, please play it safe and just stay off the roadways as this begins to move through your neck of the woods. As we track a little bit further down, I do want to bring your attention towards Talladega. So heavy rainfall in Talladega right now. Over towards Smelly. This is going to be moving towards Chambers Springs and then on towards Hopeful and then Granttown, Kentuck, like I mentioned before. Zooming out, we can see kind of big picture. If you're just joining us or kind of rejoining us, then you may say, well, I'm not really sure where you are on the map. So let me kind of zoom out. Let's reestablish where we are geographically, and then we'll kind of continue tracking this off to the east. So heavy rainfall, but keep in mind, considering the shield of rain that's covering up most of central and east Alabama right now, the strongest part of the storm, where we're seeing that red, the heaviest rainfall, the gustiest winds, that makes up a very tiny portion of the overall rain event, which also means once this storm moves through your neighborhood, the severe weather threat will go down fairly quickly. We're only looking at about 30 minutes to an hour of severe risk. And when I say severe, it could just mean severe thunderstorm. It doesn't necessarily mean tornadic. We're talking winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. That's going to cause damage. Did you see that lightning in Gadsden? Well, that's definitely going to start picking up just a little bit too. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, let me put on our lightning tracker real quick just so we can get an idea of how much lightning. So even the lightning has subsided quite a bit, which is a good sign, because a lot of times when we're talking about rotating storms, the rotation in the storms will often lead to lightning. So we see a lot more lightning clustered around areas where the atmosphere is beginning to spin. It's one of those visual indicators that we can use when we're analyzing our radar to talk about where that rotation is. But right now, most of the lightning is on the back edge. It's typical, and we're not really seeing a whole lot of it. It's spaced pretty evenly across the back edge of the storm system. So this will continue marching east, and we're tracking, again, wind and a lot of rain out of the deal. We'll send it over to Nate with a little bit more.
Yeah, we'll take it, Ashley. Just we're getting some of the assessment that's going on right now, reports of damage, reports of flooding right now on Messer Airport Highway, and then in Pickens County, of course, where 3 people died from those storms that moved through earlier.
A news conference happening right now with Todd Hall, the Pickens County Sheriff. We want to listen into that right now if we can.
I'd like to start out by thanking you guys for coming out here and covering this. This is a terrible day for Pickens County. We've lost some of our citizens, and at this time it is an active search scene. That's why we've restricted access to the area. It has been a very devastating storm in that area. People have suffered a lot of loss, including life. That's the most important thing, and that's what we're addressing at this time.
That was Pickens County Sheriff Todd Hall talking about the tornado that touched down near Carrollton earlier as that line of storms moved into Alabama. That was the first area hit. They had the tornado touchdown. We got those reports as soon as they were able to get in and assess the damage there, that 3 people lost their lives.
We want to listen in, I believe, right now again.
We do have an active search going on for additional possible victims.
Can you describe the area you're searching?
It's a settlement community. It's a community with several houses, trailer houses, and also brick homes. Very, very nice neighborhood that has been established for a very long time. These people are a very vital part of our community, and it's a tragic loss for us.
We've heard 3 confirmed fatalities from the National Weather Service. Can you confirm that? And how are these folks? Are they family, or how are they related?
We do at this time have 3 confirmed. And of course, we're not releasing any information because of the fact that we haven't confirmed it with their relatives, and out of respect for them, we feel like we need to wait.
How many are injured?
Well, we're not sure at this time. We still have some that have been transported to the hospital either by POV or by ambulance service. And like I said, everybody responded, and I did neglect to say the North Star responded very quickly and was very helpful in the recovery.
Can you say if the 3 individuals were in the same structure when the storm hit?
They were not.
They were not.
Yes, there were 2 different structures that we have confirmed that fatalities came out of. They weren't in the homes. The homes were completely destroyed. So that's why I'm saying it was a very devastating storm, very powerful storm that these people were subjected to. And, you know, of course, the family members and all are all devastated. The community's devastated. We're in the process of getting in touch with relatives. So
obviously a very sad day for you.
It's
Talk
terrible.
about how emotional this is for the loss of life.
Oh yeah, anytime you have a loss of life, it's a very devastating thing for all people, across our whole community. And like I said, this community here was very vital to Pickens County, and it's going to be a huge loss.
Can you describe how you're trying to go about doing a search in that area for people who either may be unaccounted for or that sort of thing?
Sure, great question. One of the things that we're doing, the fire departments, of course, you realize that it's mainly a volunteer system here in Pickens County, but they are very, very highly trained. They have some full-time guys that volunteer with those departments, so they have assisted in the training. They're doing a methodical search from house to house now and clearing those buildings one at a time. So it's going to take some time, and that's why I appreciate your patience. I appreciate what you guys are doing and getting the word out too. If there is anybody out there that has relatives that are missing from this community, if they would get in touch with the Sheriff's Department or 911 dispatcher, we'll be happy to follow up on any information that we get.
As you know right now, how many people are unaccounted for?
Right now, we don't have anybody that's not unaccounted for. We did have one, but that person's been located at the hospital. So we're very glad to hear that. But we still need to go through and do our due diligence to make sure that we do everything we can to ensure that no one is out there in need of assistance at this time.
This is a mixed community housing, like you said, some trailers and other brick structures?
Right, that's correct. Wood frame houses, brick homes, and also some trailer homes.
And the name of the subdivision again?
Settlement Community.
Settlement Community.
How would you describe the damage? What do the structures look like? Are we talking trees blown down on houses, or are we just talking blown out? Some
of the houses have minor damage, but the ones that the fatalities were a complete loss. It's major devastation to those structures, and of course there's some other damage too, to just like timber and outbuildings, things that other things. But our main concern is the residents that were occupied. We're trying to identify and make sure that all of those are accounted for at this time. So again, thank you guys for coming. Do you have any other questions for me?
Is there a place where the people who have lost their home or it's not safe for them to go in at this time, where can they go, if anywhere here?
Another great question. A lot of outreach from neighbors and also from the community, and it's our understanding right now that all of the people have somewhere safe to go and have adequate, all of their needs taken care of. Tomorrow it's going to be a different day, and these people are going to need long-term care and long-term resources. So we're reaching out to some of the resources at this time to see if we might can get some assistance for those that need it.
So that's Pickens County Sheriff Todd Hall. A moment ago, we thought that was live. That was on tape from moments ago. The sheriff giving an update on 3 people killed in what he describes as homes destroyed today, where 3 people were killed and significant damage elsewhere in the settlement community in Pickens County.
Again, our crew there on the scene as people began to assess some of that damage, not just in Pickens County, but in other parts of our viewing area where this storm system moved through in Jefferson County. We've got some reports of flooding at Messer Airport Highway. This is a place that typically floods when we get rain, and with the inundation of rain we had today, as you can see, there's a car under the overpass there. On the other side, looks like law enforcement has that blocked off for now. But again, areas that typically flood with the amount of rain we've had, it is highly likely that they have seen the high standing water, and of course everybody's advised not to drive through.
Working beat writers covering the Alabama Crimson Tide in Lexington today, where they just played Kentucky, reporting that the Alabama team plane is grounded in Lexington. Not sure if that is because of a weather system in Kentucky necessarily, or flying back here. Either way, that's how expansive this system is as it sweeps across the midsection and now the southeast.
And remembering when this started yesterday, there were some 18 million people across the country that were on the radar for being impacted by this storm system as it moved through Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. 3 deaths reported in Louisiana, even in Texas and Dallas, where a car overturned into a creek, a death reported there. And now, unfortunately, here in Alabama, where we have 3 more deaths, adding to the total with this system that our meteorologists have been watching and warning us about since early in the week when that enhanced risk came out.
Our thoughts go out to the families in Pickens County dealing with tragedy that happens in an instant today. We know those families are in good hands with the first responders in Pickens County, who we just heard from a moment ago, who said these people do all have a place to go, to their knowledge, this afternoon, but nothing can change tragedy that happens today as a result of Mother Nature.
And the fact is that the weather system is still moving through the state, some of that severe weather much earlier, but there are people in other parts of our viewing area who are getting some of those high winds and heavy rain, the thunder and lightning that we heard here in Jefferson County. That is still going on in other parts of the viewing area with the severe thunderstorm warnings.
And Sherry mentioned a moment ago, Holly Pond High School's sustaining damage today. That is a report from Cullman Police into our newsroom at this hour. Damage reports, of course, being assessed. We heard from Jim Coker at the Jefferson County EMA saying they're now in assessment mode. But these storms are moving through the eastern part of the state, through Jacksonville. Parts of the state now really where when the sky turns gray, a lot of people have PTSD, a realistic thing that people deal with who've dealt with severe weather before. So stay right here on CBS 42. Have our weather app close by this afternoon as our coverage continues with warnings still on the board.
Yeah, and as people are able to go out around their homes where it's safe to assess the damage around their homes, of course, be sure and send those images in to us if you can safely do so. We saw the gentleman in Homewood. It looked like one of his security cameras, but as he walked into his house, you saw that tree branch fall. So remembering also, if you're out there, that those things can still be happening. We have a lot of trees down in our area, in the viewing area.
And likely more to come with how wet the ground will be, flooding as we've shown you to deal with. The latest numbers from about a half hour ago from Alabama Power, still 33,000 outages in Jefferson County, 8,300 Tuscaloosa, some down to the south in our state, but Bibb County, 2,500. St. Clair, just to the east, 3,300 outages, and Alabama Power saying as soon as it's safe for them to begin restoring power, they will, of course, do that.
We're hearing a little activity in the CBS 42 Storm Team Weather Center as they are looking at some of they get reports about trees down and some of the images coming in as well. But again, across the area, people are now assessing. Etowah County, that's an area that they had on the radar for us just a little while ago. But as we look over there at the radar, you can see that it is quite active. Oh, wow.
This is the Hush Club in 5 Points South, just under, many of our viewers may know, the former Cosmos Pizza location. Underneath that, down some steps in 5 Points South next to the Black Market Bar. This is an inside look at the Hush Club, opened in the last few months, but it is below street level, and you see flooding in the first part of that business there, to give you an idea of just how this heavy rain impacts places in Jefferson County.
Yes, 7 inches, Nate. How much did you say? 7 inches in?
6 to 7 inches per hour.
Wow.
Per hour.
So that's like an inch or two per 15 to 20 minutes.
And think about that down these steps. This is in Pickwick Plaza, 7 inches in an hour. It must have rained for at least 30, 40, 50 minutes through Jefferson County.
Yeah, and as the cleanup goes on in places like this, as people, where we saw earlier there was a tree down in a road, so you have some EMA people out trying to clear roads so people can get through. Probably still, if we can hear from some of these EMA directors, the ones who are available in the assessment to let us know what areas they want people to stay out of as they go around and assess damage and things like this. Of course, that is a complete mess with all of the rain that we've had that they'll have to deal with.
And we know from insurance adjusters, just a half an inch of water can really cause a lot of damage in a home, say nothing of a business. That is the impact of this rain that's moved through this afternoon. We said there are still warnings on the CBS 42 Storm Team radar, and Chief Meteorologist Ashley Gann is tracking that. Ashley.
Yeah, I want to bring your attention to this storm that's moving into Anniston and Oxford area because it looks like it has some spin on it. What's interesting is it's anticyclonic, which I know that probably doesn't mean a lot to anybody out there, but it actually is rotating opposite of what regular tornadoes do. So I want to show you this spin, and that's what happens when we have these really strong low-level jets. You just get a small little kink in the airstream, and it can begin to bend that column of air, so or tube of air rather. So here's what it looks like. There's that little notch feature. I want to show you on our storm team relative velocity. I'll take the lightning off. I only use this to kind of paint the picture. Remember when I said when we start to see more lightning, that can indicate rotation? Well, we're starting to see more lightning. So the atmosphere is clearly doing something. So let me zoom in here very quickly because I do want to show you exactly where we're talking about. This actually is looking rather impressive. Now, we do not have a tornado warning for this, but there could be some rotation just to the north of Anniston here. So if you live around State Road 21, so this is going to be Highway 21 there up towards Linlock, and this is where exactly where that rotation would be, right over the community of Sachs. This is tracking off to the east, so Pleasant Ridge, you probably need to go ahead and get to that safe spot. Same with Joseph Springs, Liberty Lane, Military Road, Baines Gap Road, up towards the city of White Plains, Whitesides Mill neighborhood. Go ahead and get to your safe places. This is tracking off to the east, slowly kind of pivoting to the north, but primarily in an eastern direction right now. So again, there's White Plains. I'm going to zoom out of this picture just slightly, just so we can get a little overview. Keep in mind, if you're just joining us at the top of that little box there, it says Anniston. That's a pretty good geographical point. Most people in Alabama know where Anniston is. If you've spent any time here in central Alabama, it's right there along Interstate 20. If you remember the Oxford-Anniston exit, a lot of folks know that well. So that's where we could be seeing an area of rotation there. I'll go ahead and highlight that for you so you'll know where I'm talking about. So it's right there where we could be seeing just some large, broad rotation in the atmosphere. So very interesting to note, but like I mentioned before, none of this is, we don't have a tornado warning on this, but don't think just because there's not a tornado warning that there's not significant weather as a result. So this is going to produce significant winds. Jenkins, Burns, make sure that you're in your safe spot all the way over towards Oak Level, Piney Woods, Coldwater, and Edwardsville. Make sure that you're in your safe place as this travels along Interstate 20. It's going to be just north of that, but keep in mind, if you're traveling basically from Georgia into Alabama, so you're traveling on I-20 West, it's going to be messy over the next 30 minutes to an hour. I would just go ahead and peel off somewhere if you can, just park your car for a minute, and then if you're heading along Interstate 20 east, so from, let's say, Oxford or Anniston to Atlanta, you're fine, but let's just go ahead and get to where you're going and don't dawdle too long. So this is just very interesting to me where we're tracking this right now. So we're looking at that storm team relative velocity. Now we're looking at something called base velocity, so we're tracking that. Yeah, Taylor?
So the Weather Service is watching it, and they've actually said what we're saying. It's anticyclonic rotation, but it seems to be transient in nature. So basically, it's kind of coming and going, so it's not really consistent enough to where they would issue a tornado warning for it.
Okay, and so we have different parameters that have to be met for certain warnings to be issued, and that's okay. That's good. Those give us those guidelines and boundaries. So this storm is just kind of probably kissing the edge of that line right now. It's not quite reached the full potential. So, but the good news is the National Weather Service does have their eye on it, so they're watching this very closely. But it's basically what they're saying. It's kind of wobbling. It's wobbling in between that area of rotation. So keep that in mind. Let me do this real quick. I do want to revisit our Skycam in Anniston because, again, we're looking right there at the storm. There's the city of Anniston, and there comes the rain. This is what I've been waiting for. We've been watching all those low-level clouds, and now they are producing significant rainfall. We'll leave it here for just a second as that rain falls. I know it's hard to see much, but again, this is just a reminder. Look at all of that rain just kind of falling over the camera lens there. Pretty neat to see that picture. And what we're seeing here is we are continuing to see, and I know it's a little hard to see towards the bottom of your screen, but you can barely see the top of the tree line here when usually that horizon is very well defined. For more information, we'll send it over to the Weather Center with Sarah.
Yeah, thanks, Ashley. We're still tracking these mornings as they move into East Alabama, and also our partner station WHNT in Huntsville has been very busy all afternoon. We're going to listen in on their coverage.
30 minutes and try to compile some of that and find out exactly what has happened and wait for any additional serious information to come in. So thank you so much for joining joining us. We apologize for having to interrupt programming this afternoon. This has been a life-threatening situation in North Alabama, but the danger is past. So for Ben Smith, for Alex Puckett and Christina Edwards, as well as Chelsea Brensel, we thank you for joining us this afternoon. We'll send you back to regular programming.
Send back to regular programming since their warnings are now canceled. But thankfully here we are going to keep with it because we still have active warnings and we want to keep you safe here in Central Alabama, especially in East Alabama as these storms near the Georgia state line. So we'll send it over to Ashley Gann with the latest on Storm Team Radar and a live look right now in Anniston.
All right, thanks so much, Sarah. Now, just in the moment that you were just talking and we saw a quick peek into our sister station at WHNT with Jason Simpson there, the rain has pretty much ended, at least that really heavy rain in Anniston. Now it's a gray sky. It still exists. It's still raining, but it's not quite that just like blackout kind of a rain that we see, or a whiteout rain. Kind of depends on your vantage point, I suppose. But we're starting to slowly see the horizon come back into view. Seeing the tree line primarily, I happen to know where a lot of the horizon is, so I can kind of faintly make it out, but it would probably be a bit harder to see with the naked eye. So keep in mind, this is Anniston. We are looking at a gray day there, and I do want to go back to our velocity product very quickly, because this is where we're going to see that area of rotation. As mentioned before, the National Weather Service does have their eye on this spot, but it's kind of wobbling. It's kind of going between one or two scans where it looks like it's definitely rotating to maybe broadening out. So we like to see a little bit more validation before we start just issuing tornado warnings willy-nilly. Okay, that's not our goal here, because our goal is to really protect you from what weather is actually happening, even though we're kind of analyzing this. We get a little extra time with you on television today, so we get to do a little bit more. You get to see a little bit more of what we would be doing behind the scenes, really, and we're doing it right in front. So you get to kind of join along as we analyze all of this active weather that we're seeing this afternoon. All right, so as I zoom out here, I do want to make mention of this line of thunderstorms. So notice North Alabama, they are done. They are done with all of their severe threats. We still have quite a few, and it's right along East Alabama right now, all the way from Anniston down towards Alexander City. We'll send it over to Nate.
Yeah, so we want to obviously talk about clearing some of these counties that have seen the storms already this afternoon, but now are starting to see some improving conditions. Thankfully, no more rain over in West Alabama. They're basically done with the storms. That severe thunderstorm warning obviously is top of mind. Tornado watches now have been dropped for a majority of our counties, including Jefferson and Shelby County. You might still be seeing some rain outside right now, but the worst is done. And basically Chilton County too, we had some very strong storms move through. No tornadoes, but some damaging wind gusts have moved through. Basically everybody across the board has seen some damaging wind gusts. Every single county in Central Alabama has had some damage, whether it be down trees, down power lines. Everyone in the counties across Central Alabama needs to still be aware that first responders are doing their due diligence right now to get to people that might be in trouble. But the good news is Jefferson County, Shelby County, Tuscaloosa County, Coleman, Walker, St. Clair County, you are clear of the severe weather threat. It still is a threat over in East Alabama, where there's still some untapped air. There's still some untapped atmosphere right along the Alabama and Georgia state line. But we have about an hour-ish, and maybe an hour and 20 minutes, maybe an hour and a half left of a severe storm threat, and then we can call all clear. Over in Gadsden, over to the right, you see a sky that is obviously full of rain, but not a whole lot of wind. The most serious of the storm now done there in Gadsden, just a lot of slick roads. And it does not matter if the rain is over or not. Let's try not to stay on the roads, and let's try not to get on the roads, because first responders are doing their job right now, responding to massive amounts of damage, trees down, power lines down. You just do not know what you're going to encounter out there, not to mention flooded streets. That could be a problem as well. If you're encountering flooded streets, it's the old saying, turn around, don't drown. It's a very morbid saying, but it applies in this case. We've had water rescues in Birmingham, some of the more famous areas that flood when you get some heavy rainfall. We've seen those areas flood. So we want to make sure everyone is safe and sound, make sure everyone knows there are still dangers even after the storms pass, as power lines and trees down can still present some pretty dangerous hazards. So we want everyone to know that. But at least the storms that are active right now, just in East Alabama, West Alabama, you are all clear. And thankfully, we can start the cleanup process over the next few hours and over the next few days. We still have that line of showers that's producing some very heavy rainfall moving into Clay County, folks in Talladega County, eastern side of the county, and Calhoun County too, Jacksonville, Oxford, Anniston. You're going to see some heavy rain actually just past Oxford, but near Anniston. We're talking about rainfall rates at about 6 to 7 inches per hour. That can cause about an inch of rain, a little bit more, in about 15 minutes, just doing some simple math there. So if you have and you live in an area that easily floods when you get a lot of heavy rainfall, that's exactly what we're seeing right now, Ashley.
All right, thanks, Nate. All right, tracking back on this rain. So kind of incredible, those rainfall amounts from today. We've been tracking a lot of it. We've been seeing a lot of it. Fortunately, our sky cams today have been fantastic as far as being right out in front of a lot of that rain. We've been watching that rain and intercepted so much of this active weather today. Now we are tracking thunderstorms. I know for a lot of you, you're thinking, hey, the threat's over, no big deal. And then we still have East Alabama, right? So we still have several communities that are still under the gun. We have severe thunderstorm warnings just lighting up East Alabama. You can see those blinking polygon boxes now. And pretty much every county just has its outline. So from Clay County down to Tallapoosa County, all the way up towards Calhoun County. So now these warnings are actually stretching into northwest Georgia. Those are the storms that left Huntsville, and they're now moving towards Rome, Georgia, if you're familiar with that part of the world. So here's where the heavy rain is currently. So mostly in our area, Heflin, Jacksonville, Anniston, Oxford, stretching down towards Lineville. You got Alexander City. So if you live towards the east, so if you live in Wedowee, if you live in Roanoke, go ahead and get to your safe place. Now, I'm not necessarily suggesting you have to get underground and in a basement. We're not looking at tornadoes. But what I do think you should do is get inside and stay away from windows. I think that's a fair trade-off. So we're looking at this storm system producing wind speeds 60, 70 miles per hour. So you want to just make sure that as this storm system howls by you, that you are in your safest place possible, because as mentioned before, we've had reports of those downed trees, down power lines. We just want folks to be careful. This is not a time to be in your car. Your car is not the safest place to be right now. So we'll send it back to the Weather Center with Sarah.
We'll take it, Ashley. Thank you very much. We are going to take another live look outside. We have reporters stationed out across the area today.
Where people are assessing damage, our Corey McGinnis now has made it over to 5 Points South, where they've had some flooding in an establishment we showed you there just a little bit earlier. Corey?
Yeah, Sherry, and this damage is something serious. It actually started, the water started coming out of these doors right here, and it was pretty high. But take a look at this. I'm standing, actually, it looks like a puddle of water, and this is, I guess, the merchandise area. I did get a chance to actually speak with the owner. You'll hear from him in a second, Ryan Pryor, who tells me that he's not sure if there's any of the merchandise is actually damaged, but you can tell that this is going to definitely cost some money. Take a look. Walk with me this way. All you hear is me just kind of stomping on water and the floor in here. This is what the club area looks like. Nothing but just damage here in the club. This is the owner here, Ryan Pryor, and you started owning here this place in what, it was June of 2019. And this is the first time that you ever dealt with anything like this. You have flood insurance. Now, you just actually got done speaking with the cleaning crew. What did they say? What was your first reaction? So many questions.
Right now, I'm just at a loss for words. Don't know where to begin. We got a lot of work to do, but we plan to open tonight. They got a lot of work ahead of themselves. Don't know where to begin, but we're going to open tonight.
And that's amazing that you guys are going to open, because when you look at the damage done, it's one of those things where it's like, how can something like this happen? Now, you also, how did you hear about this? You told me that there was a neighbor who kind of told you that it was flooding? Or?
The neighbor upstairs, Iron City Pizza and Black Market, they both called me and said that the water was flooding into my business. It was already up to my display cabinets and had stuff floating inside my business up front. So I ran down, and sure enough, there was items floating inside my business. So it was, what do I do?
Well, again, I guess you said that you guys will be open tonight, but we will definitely keep a close eye out on this. Again, if you're in this area, be safe. Make sure that if you are an owner, make sure that you check your place of business, because this damage is something serious. And we're also hearing reports of Sleek having water damage as well. But for now, we're live in Birmingham. Corey McGinnis, CBS 42 News, local coverage you can count on.
Corey, thank you. So unfortunate. That area, of course, that's one of the areas where it's a little bit below the street level. And so with all of the rain we had, to hear that it was just rushing into his business and he wasn't even there to see that, to have to get there and see the type of damage. A lot of assessment is going on right now, though, because we do get more reports of damage from the storms as, people get out and get a chance to look around.
A lot to assess today for sure, as Corey's been reporting from the EMA. The power outage numbers remain the same. No updates from Alabama Power at this hour. 33,000. We can only expect now that those numbers will diminish as they get out on the streets today.
That is certainly good news. If you're out there, of course, when you see down power lines, obviously you don't want to touch them, and certainly you want to let the power company know that as well.
And let the EMA know. You can do that online of where damage is in your area so that they can assess it, they can clean it up, hopefully, and get the people who need to help you to where they need to be. We are still following this weather at 2:47 on CBS 42.
The CBS 42 storm team has been tracking the storm system that started yesterday in other parts of the country, moved into Alabama this morning, and of course with devastation in Pickens County, Ashley, and now some other people dealing with some warnings.
Yeah, we have severe thunderstorm warnings for East Alabama right now, Sherry, and we are tracking this storm system finally making its exit, at least starting to. It's not completely gone. I don't want to give the all clear just yet, but as Jack mentioned, the time there, about 2:45. It's right now 2:48 in the afternoon. I think by 4 o'clock we're going to be done with this. So give it just an hour and some change, and I think we're really going to breathe a little easy. There may be still some lingering storms down to our south at around that time, so we'll continue tracking that. But for right now, severe thunderstorm warnings still exist for all of our eastern counties. So from Cherokee County, we've got those storm systems now in Calhoun County, all the way from Clay, Tallapoosa, Lake Martin. So just keep a watchful eye out. Be sure to stay inside, and the rain is going to be a really big deal in the wind, as we have shown you. And we're getting in a slew of your photos. You can tag at CBS_42 for Twitter. Be sure to post on our social media. We just want to make sure that we can get everything that we can picture-wise and be able to show that to folks. So, all right, as we are tracking the storm, we'll go back. I do want to revisit our storm team tower cam real quick. So let's take a tour of the skies right now. Heavy rainfall existed in Anniston, and this was also the camera that was right behind Jack and Sherry just a few moments ago. Now we are starting to see that rain taper ever so slightly. We'll still continue seeing wet weather here for the next hour, couple of hours. The rain won't come to an end by 4 o'clock for everyone, but the severe weather threat will. So that's a bit of the trade-off. The severe weather is on the leading edge there. Let's look back at Summiton. You remember this? Were you with us earlier today when this camera was so covered up with rain we could not even make out roads or buildings, let alone a horizon? Now